believe that the politics of these big banks is very much in question here. It would seem to me that having just gone through the bailout, the public was concerned about that, and now to be issuing bonuses of very large amounts when people are still enduring and suffering on Main Street is a problem, and I think they need to consider that. I don't think a movement like that is going to make much difference, but it'll obviously get some publicity and attention.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're asking. The people, organizers behind this, are asking small business owners, and I've participated as well. I just closed my Bank of America accounts. I've got a student loan with Bank of America, actually about $80,000 in student loans with Bank of America, and I'm paying 8.5%. They're borrowing money at, what, less than 1% right now?
Well, I don't know what they borrow the money at that you borrow. So
much lower rates than I am, and they want refinance.
At least.
Yeah. So people are really upset about this. Is this something you'd consider doing with your personal circumstances, moving to community banks?
Well, my bank is done with the local bank anyhow. So.
I'm finding that up here an awful lot. Virtually everybody banks in their communities.
That's nothing to do with anything that's happening. It's just always the way it was.
And would you encourage people to, engage in this kind of civic activism?
I mean, these institutions are still vitally important to the economy of the country, and they're going to be there whether some people transfer their assets or whatever. Remember, they're dealing in many instances with large businesses and large accounts and that kind of thing.
And they failed at it, right? I mean, the argument is that they failed at it. That small banks didn't fail.
There's some argument both ways on that. Some of the small banks haven't done that well either. I just don't think it's very likely to happen in terms of any kind of a major movement as far as the country's concerned. But I think they needed to be a lot more careful about some of their decision-making process.
How do you think we can incentivize that reaction in the future, if it's not through the people doing it? Because it doesn't look like Washington's doing a very good job of changing the rules to make the financial climate safer for all of us.
Well, first of all, that may happen to a degree. Secondly, there's a lot of other problems in Washington too. I mean, we talk about the banks, but in my judgment, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, which are basically Washington-based entities, are probably as in deplorable condition as any banks in this country. They've done as much to hurt the economy as any banks in the country. The Federal Reserve has issued a huge amount of money. They deserve to be looked at very carefully. There's a lot that Washington should be doing that we've not been doing.
Do you support the audit of the Federal Reserve?
Yes.
Thanks very much, Congressman, and perhaps Senator soon enough.
Maybe someday.
Mike Castle.
We shall see. All right.
Thank you very much.